Hey FLOSSTUBE, it's Leigh from Creative Leigh on Sunday the 6th of March with FLOSSTUBE number 115. I just started this a minute ago and I got the date wrong and I got the FLOSSTUBE number wrong. So let's try again. Hey, hallelujah, USPS shipping has resumed to New Zealand officially. So huzzah, we're back connected, although who knows what the European situation is going to do generally to mail and supply chains and things like that, but at least we can order from 123 Stitch again, so that's quite cool. I expect the next few planes to be coming into New Zealand to be chock-a-block with stitchy parcels to all us loot-starved Kiwis, so we've been going without for the last few months. Anyway, I had a very busy week at work. I worked quite late a couple of days and sort of, finished at work, made dinner, cleaned up after dinner, stared at the goggle box for about an hour and then went to bed. So I actually had a light stitching week for me, however I still got quite a bit done. And I actually have some FFOs for you today as well. I made the effort each lunchtime, well, Monday through Thursday, to fully finish something into some of the thrifted frames that I mentioned last week in my video. So I'm very pleased with them. What's been going on? I don't know, it's just been work heavy. I've imbibed too much in the evenings, so I haven't done a lot of stitching, but I've done some stitching, so not a lot, still a lot for some people, right? I cat and house sat this weekend for my friends, so I only got back home just around midday after bidding the kitty farewell this morning, and then I had brunch, or an early brunch, late breakfast with a friend in the city before I came home. And I've just done a little bit of stitching, but I haven't done a lot. Today, just a little bit on my new start from last week. Dad's doing good. He's got his second cataract surgery this week, and he's excited about that because, vision's important, and then he's got a follow-up laser surgery appointment. I don't know when that is, so where they just need to do a bit of resurfacing on the other eye after the cataract healed a bit bumpy, so apparently very treatable. He's very excited to get that done, so I'm really happy for him. Had a stitching meet-up yesterday with at Anne's place. Well, it's sort of a stitch and knit, just a really small group of people, and because I was with Anne and Judith, of course that meant Ruskin's penguins came out to play, so you'll see that shortly. Still seeing physio or getting treatment at the hand rehab for my wrist. I'm just not wearing my brace at the moment because I just wash my hands. I don't wear it when I wash my hands because that would be weird. But although when she called me on Thursday to see how I was going, she wasn't feeling too good, so I won't be surprised if my appointment gets moved tomorrow, because whether she's not very well, then she might have to get a rat test and see whether she's got the vid. So I guess I should get onto the stitching stuff. I don't have anything new. Do I have anything new? I don't think I have anything new. That being said, I have given some money to people recently, so I expect over the next 2 to 4 weeks there'll be some bits and pieces coming in, because I have a couple of orders from overseas, and I've got one from Dunedin, and my country stitch didn't arrive this week, so I'm guessing Catherine didn't get that in the post in time, or still waiting for that. But I did come home to a lovely piece of happy mail yesterday, and I'm going to read you a little bit of the letter. And it's from Chris. Now you'll recall that Chris sent me this beautiful letter stitched envelope in the mail for my birthday, with a beautiful card. And anyway, I got some mail yesterday, or when I got home today it was there, and she sort of said when she first saw the 2 patterns used in these envelopes, she knew she'd stitch them and send them to someone special. So since I enjoyed one of them, she figured I need its companion. So she has sent me a second one to go with it. This one with her initial on it, and another card. Basically my birthday month has extended. So this was the original one that I got for my birthday, and yesterday its companion turned up. Look at that. So she said she's put my initial was on the first one, which I had noticed. How do I hold these? And then, so a token for my friend, and then the other, and that says from my heart to your hand, and she's put her initial down here. Isn't it beautiful? So similarly on the back, I've just covered up her address, and I couldn't believe it, like, and again it's the little envelope with a couple of snaps and with a wee card in it. And she said her friend makes these cards, so she said she hopes I don't mind getting 2. No, I love these cards. So this time it's a little fox, just with a little window, and that was the one that I got the other back in, when was it, end of January, early February, I can't remember when it arrived. So I'm going to have to find a way to display these now that they are sort of displayed a bit like, not sure, maybe like that. So yeah, I'm gonna have a look around. I might end up finding a sort of 12 by 12 shadow box frame, and I could put a really nice piece of scrapbooking paper in the back or something, and then like pin these to that, because I want to be able to take them out, but I really want to look at them, and they look beautiful, kind of like that, I guess. Yeah, not like that. I kind of like them being sort of offset with the flaps. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna, my challenge to myself. So Chris, I'm still amazed, very amazed, and I went squeaky then, I got so excited. And I'm gonna have to find out from you how to make these. Is there a pattern? But they are beautiful. So yeah, I'm so lucky that I've got the pair now. I think that's fantastic. So yay me. I really glad you appreciate my videos, Chris, and I really appreciate your friendship. Thank you. Okay. Shall I show you my FFOs? So I got 4 done. So first up was Thistle, which was Carolyn Manning quilt, Broken Star quilt block from Carolyn Manning Designs, that I stitched on 28 count Brittany 1/1, with the idea that it would fit in a 6x6 frame. I started this back on the 15th of October 2019, and I finished it 21 August 2020, so it's been sitting there for 18 months, and I finally finished this one on Monday. So basically I just, gave myself half of my lunchtime just to whip up some quick lacing. So they're not perfect, but I'm happy with them. So this was actually a $2, a frame that I got from Kmart. It's the same frames that I've got the Street Art cards framed in, but that's double matted, and I just removed the inner mat to fit that in there. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. So that is finish number 1, or FFO number 1. Next up was a little red sampler that I think was probably one of those dodgy scan charts that that I found on a place I probably shouldn't have been looking for, but I had downloaded it or saved it before I realised that people stole stuff. I was a bit naive. Anyway, so I can't really give you the source for it, but it was just a red sampler, unknown, that I stitched on uneven, well, it was 55 count linen that Judith gave me back in the lockdown. But it measures more like 56 by 60, which actually meant it fit in a 4x6 frame really well. And I stitched it, so it was white linen that I gave a little bit of a Moccona coffee bath on Monday, just to because I don't like bright white, and I stitched it with Gutermann just cotton sewing thread. I started this around the 18th of October 2020, and I finally finished it on the 4th of September last year, and I FFO'd this on Tuesday. So again, this is a $1 or $2 frame I got from the thrift store. So normal glass, so you'll get the glare, just a normal photo frame. But yeah, I'm really pleased with how the fabric came out, with just giving it a bit of a bath in some strong instant coffee, just to take the white off, and I think it looks really nice. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. So that was Tuesday's FFO. Then on Wednesday, I pulled out one of my finishes from this year, or one of my starts and finishes from this year. Be Happy from the Primitive Hair. That was from the Just Cross Stitch June 2016 magazine. I stitched this on a scrap of 36 count Legacy from Picture This Plus. So this was one I started on the 30th of January. It was start number 3 of my 50 at 50. Finished it on the 31st of January, so it was just a day's stitch, and I FFO'd this on the 2nd of March. So look at that, a start, a finish, and an FFO all within 2 months. That's amazing. This is not, it's a very tight fit, and it's not my best lacing, but I've got a bit of fluff in there. I'm going to take that out. It's easy now if it's just clipped in. So yeah, I got Be Happy into this frame. Again, another $1 or $2 from the thrift store, and yeah, there's a reason why I like not clear glass on my frames, but yeah, it's fine for a little finish. So yeah, that came up pretty well, I reckon. I quite liked this frame because it pulled in the fact that I just added that little bit of brown in there, so her hair and then that little initials. But yeah, it's a bit crooked, it's fine. It's a quick little lace. So that is finish number 3, or sorry, fully finished number 3. And then on Thursday, I managed to get my birthday gift from Zeb into, again, another thrifted frame. And that's the pomegranate that she sent me for my birthday, and I'm very happy with that. So it's nice to have that framed. Thank you again, Zeb. So yeah, again, the frame was a sort of a nice match for the brown and the border. So those were my 4 FFOs. I'm very impressed with myself because I don't enjoy finishing stuff. I enjoy having stuff finished. I don't enjoy finishing stuff. So I did good. I think so. Okay. My new start this week, I didn't start until the 1st of March because that was first day of autumn, and it's a 4-piece. So first of all, on Sunday and Monday, I carried on with A Gentleman's Daughter by Plum Street, which I'm stitching on 36 count sand from Victoria Motto Sampler Shop with a partial conversion, and this was start number 5 of 50 on the 13th of February, and I did the house. So I basically got the house done. I think had I done the windows last time? I can't remember, but yeah, definitely filled in the house and got the roof done. So all I have to do now is there's some motify thing here, and then a whole lot of sort of quilt stars and little motifs above, and then there is the smoke coming out of the chimney. So definitely next time I pick this up I can get it finished. So it's quite different from what's charted in that in the chart, the sheep are the white and the house is kind of a slightly off-white colour, and I've swapped it around. I've done, the sheep were actually the slightly off-white colour and the houses ended up being white. I did change the colour. The thread I pulled for the house got changed a couple of times, just because I thought I would need more. I didn't think I had enough thread for the house, so I made that the sheep colour. Turns out I didn't need that much thread. It looks like it's a big house. It's not when it's only one strand. But, oh yeah, I think there's one more tree above the house as well. So I am very happy with that, and it won't take me long to finish it. So I think the house looks really good. So yay me. I am pleased that will be a finish in my future. Then I have my new start. So on the 1st of March, I pulled out Fall, one of the Carousel horses by Teresa Wentzler, and this is on the cord 4, so 32 count cream linen with all the cord 4 threads. And I only really got to stitch on this on the evening of the 1st, and then a little bit on the 2nd, but I didn't do a lot. And I did a little bit yesterday, Saturday morning for about an hour, and I probably did about half an hour last night and about an hour this morning. I just haven't been here. I didn't take this with me when I went away, so I just haven't really been here. But anyway, I'm happy with the progress that I've made. So I've got all the way along the bottom and started on the leaves, and I'll just work the border as I work the rope border on it. So of course no back stitching done yet. There's quite a lot of foliage and stuff to go, but yeah, it's a good little start. So this is the kind of design that you're not going to see much for a little while. But I probably will back stitch as I go, but I will get, do I have the chart? Oh yeah, I will get, once I get kind of up to here, I'll then back stitch everything through here. So I mean, there is at least quite a lot of white space in this, and even when you get to the horse and stuff, there are some big blocks of colour, and it will be fun. So yeah, once I work my way up to here, then I will back stitch all the leaves and everything through here, so I don't end up having to come back and do it all later. That's where we're at with that one. So yeah, just a wee start. Just hasn't really had the usual sort of 3 or 4 days that I have been able to get on most of my starts because of how I started it at midweek and then got really busy. So yeah, that was start number 7 of 50. And then, because it was the first, when I went to the boys to cat sit, I decided, so it was Friday night, I would catch up on my Jeannette Douglas Mini Bouquet sampler. So that's what the mock-up of what the finished object will look like. And because by Friday we had the March design. So this I'm stitching on 40 count Haystack from Country Stitch with just pulling over dies from my stash as and when we need more colours. And I started it on the 4th of January, and for those of you who don't remember or don't know, you can go to Jeannette Douglas Designs website, and on her website blog there are links to the designs. So it's a sampler made up of freebies that have been distributed to shops, or I think this one here was released as the Be Well and Stitch during the pandemic on 2020. So they've all previously sort of released designs for various purposes, and I think she decided it would be a waste for more people not to be able to stitch them, so yeah, you get to stitch it. So each month you get the bouquet and where it fits within the overall design, but also each of the little bouquets, the chart also has a mock-up or a chart for it to be a small, either a pin cushion or something, so it has its own border and a date and stuff. So there is the opportunity to stitch them, or the ones you like, as little smalls without having to worry about all the border. So do go and have a look if you haven't already. And there's a few of us stitching that on the New Zealand Cross Stitch Facebook group, which is quite nice, seeing how everyone's designs is coming together. Should I show you the stitching? That would be clever, wouldn't it? So that's the March one there. It's called Tulips, I think. And I got to pull in a few violety colours. I don't think they look terribly like tulips, but that's okay. I'm happy with it. So that's the first. Look at that, we're a quarter done. So they are very quick little stitches. Once you've got that border done, they fly. So, and it's really fun just pulling some pretty flosses, really. And then, as I mentioned before, because I met up with Judith and Anne yesterday, I'm stitching Ruskin's penguins when I'm in their presence. I would stitch it with only one of them. They don't have to both be there, but so far it's always been the three of us have managed to get together. And they worked on their Ruskin's penguins as well, which is quite fun. So it'd be good when we've got them all finished to take a picture. They're all quite different. Because Anne's stitching hers on a pale blue 16 count Aida. I'm doing 32 count linen, and Judith's is beautiful. She's stitching on 40 count linen, and it's just so cute and tiny. I'm stitching mine on 32 count Wintergreen from Country Stitch, using floss from Tom and Lily, which is a Monzier, and wrought iron from Gentle Arts. So yesterday I worked my way up pretty much from here. I did most of this. There was a little bit of the border in here, but yeah, worked all my way up there and just started on a bit of white because I had a short length of white sitting there. So yeah, I'm close to 3/4 of the border done, and then the penguins and the snowflakes in the middle. So in case you can't remember or you don't know, that's what it looks like there. So it's Modern Folk Embroidery. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh well, can't have been important. No, it's gone. So that's exciting. Everything's exciting with me. I remember what I was going to say. So this I started this on the 15th of January. It's not one of my 50 at 50 because I was not yet 50 on the 15th of January. So that is 1 start and 3 whips. So that feels like I had a little bit more to show you this week than I did have for the last few weeks. I have start number 8 planned today. It'll be this afternoon, and I mentioned this a week or so ago, over the last few weeks, that I'm going to be stitching, doing a start along with Christine down in Dunedin for the Mary Rose Inspiration Quaker from Les Filles de Mimi, which is this. And this was a freebie it's available through, it was on a sampler Facebook group, but I think it's available on her website. And I'm doing my own conversion. So I'm going to use the Bed of Roses stitch palette as inspiration, and those are the DMC there, and I'm adding in, because there are 7 colours charted, and I'm adding in just this taupey colour here. So those are the two browns, rest the oranges and stuff. So you know me, I love me a nice orange palette. So that is going to be on 40 count mallow, which is just going to be this. So yeah, started along with Christine, and she's doing hers. She's dyed some Ada, I think, and it is a lovely pink, and she is using pinks, but so less mauvey than the original colours. That's what the original colours are charted for. And more sort of roses, reds and pinks, I think. Might even be more reds on pink fabrics. They look beautiful. So I might see if she's happy for me to share her progress as she stitches it as well. So yay, Christine, I'm really excited to get that started. So that will be start number 8 of 50. This week, I need to find, I don't have a bag. I'm out of bags. I need to finish something. I think I'll keep this in my pattern cozy that Laura Watercracker makes. And thank you, Laura, for the lovely surprise this week. Laura won my Pass the Chart a couple of weeks ago, the Ella's for Lounging, or she was the one happy anyway, and she shouted me to a coffee this week, which is really lovely. So she makes these pattern cozies, so she sells them every now and then on the New Zealand Facebook group. I might have to keep this Mary Rose in here. At the moment, my Ruskin's Penguins is in here. They can share. They'll be fine. They'll get on nicely. And Ruskin's Penguins isn't gonna last all year. I'll probably get that finished the next couple of times we stitch on it. I might get to the point where I decide I just want to finish it, and I will tell the girls that I'm finishing it. I'm not going to wait for them. This is the first week that I'm going to have 2 starts. So I'm going to have a start on the 11th, which is, what's that, Friday? Friday would have been my ma's 75th birthday, so I'm going to do a little start for her, and I have decided to start the Mermaid Sampler by Carriage House Samplings. There's my mum had an affinity for the ocean. Not that she was a great swimmer, but she was always drawn to the sea, and she'd love to go down to the Whakatane River mouth, which is where the river joins the ocean, and watch the fishing boats come in, and she liked to go fishing, and she just loved being by the ocean. So I thought I'll do this one for her, and I probably will change the name to hers and her date of birth when I get to it. Yeah, so that is going to be just a start for Mum. And I can't even remember what I'm stitching this on. Let's have a look. Oh, I have a tiny piece of 40 count oyster by Country Stitch, and I'm using, in the end I did called for GMC. I don't even remember, but they are lovely. I remember I was going to do it with silks, but I didn't have enough of these lovely muted colours. It's funny, right? Because I love colour, but I also I love muted blue colours as well. Let me show you. So they're all just these sort of mossy sort of colours. And it's going to be little. Look how little it's going to be on 40 count. Just a little something. And I'm dropping half of it. yeah, that's going to be fun. So I'll start that on Friday night for Mum. So that's my plans. 2 starts this week, so you're going to be very, very spoilt next week. And I don't know what else I'm going to stitch on. I don't know. I haven't thought about it. Hopefully this week's a bit better, that I don't have to work so many extra hours. I did ask for help last week. I asked for people to start doing their jobs a bit better and not relying on me to fix up their messes. And I'm feeling a bit tired today and a bit like my sore throat. I've got a bit of a sore throat, but I think it's because I haven't had enough sleep. Partly I've been looking after a cat and I am actually a bit allergic. And also I didn't get much sleep because the cat wanted to sleep with me, and every time I'd move, the cat would be there, and then I'd have to wake up and move the cat. So 2 nights of really broken sleep does not a contently make. So may very well have an afternoon nap in my future. It's about 2:30 now, so if I get this video edited and up, and then who knows, I might have a little nap. I don't know. Okay, everybody take care, be safe, and look after each other, look after yourselves. Thank you for your support, thank you for your community. Don't let your needles rust. Ciao.